Hi, Monique Noel-Gunter here. I'm hoping you all made out pretty well with the storms that we had recently. If you're in New York anyway, I know that we got some pretty good amounts of snow, which was fun because 'tis the season for snow, right? So I'm making this video today to share some helpful tips for those of you who may be new to homeownership and who have a property to secure. So before a snowstorm, like if you know that a storm is coming, one of the things I always do is I'll look at the forecast to see what the temperatures are going to look like. If you have spouts on the sides of your house that lead to different hoses, you want to make sure that you drain the hoses completely, right? Turn off the water and then just let it drain out completely, and then you basically secure that line. Top it off. There are little kind of like hats that you can use to put on the outside of your house so that it doesn't freeze. You don't want burst pipes. Another thing you can do with the pipes that you've left remaining on is you can have it drip. It doesn't have to be like a flow of water, just a constant drip, 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 right? Of water will help your pipe to keep the water flowing, and it's less likely to freeze if the water stays in motion. I usually will do this anytime I see that the temperature's ticking around like maybe 34 or 32, because if it's going to drop below 32 at night, I don't want to have to wake up to burst pipes. Another thing just to note with that is you can use cold water. You don't have to make it warm water. One of the things I love to do when I know that there's snow coming is to make sure that there is a working shovel. You want to make sure that there are no cracks in your shovel. The last thing you want is a crack in your shovel and then you're out of luck, right? If you have a snow blower, be sure that you have fuel to put in your snow blower and oil. Always check these things before the weather starts, because once the weather starts, it's not the time you want to have to open things up and see if they're full or have to fill them up if they're not. Same thing goes for if you're in an area where you need a generator. If you have a generator, check your generator, make sure that it is working, make sure that it has oil, make sure that it has gas. Check and see if you can plug it in and set it up on your own. If your husband usually does it for you, ladies, do it yourselves and make sure that you're familiar with it in case maybe he's at work or whatever reason you got to do it yourself. Same thing, husbands. If your wife is normally the one who does it, go do it yourself. Make sure it's something you're familiar with. Either way, make sure that the two responsible parties in the house are capable of doing what needs to be done to secure the home. Two simple things that I think that are really helpful also are making sure that you have a full tank of gas. I live in an area where the power used to go out all the time, and gas stations around here have gone out of gas a couple times too. So if you are expecting bad weather, fill up your tank. You just never know, and it's better to have a tank you can roll on when you need to than have to worry about it later. And then the last thing I'll say is you don't have to go crazy stocking up on food or worrying what if the power goes out. If it's winter time and your power goes out, guess what? It's cold enough usually so you can just put your perishable items right outside and they will stay good because it's below freezing. It's not a great fix, but if your freezer has been out for a while and you know your food is just at that point where it's starting to get a little too warm, the outside temperature might be helpful. I hope that these tips help you. They're practical. I didn't know a lot of things when I came up here, but you know what? You learn as you go, and home ownership is a journey, so enjoy the process. Wishing you a brighter future. Monique Noel-Gunter. Make it a good day.